Hi, welcome back to the channel, and on today's episode of Are You Kidding Me? We had to cut the lock off of the hitch at the back. Had to cut the lock off because I couldn't. My level of frustration went from I'm frustrated to mother, I am frustrated into today's episode of Are You Kidding Me? So what I did, cut it off, just done. Cut it off. Got it all dealt with. Yelling probably a lot louder than I should. Anyway, we're firing up the big beast today, the big fella. Ha! Hi, Matt. Anyway, we're firing up the big beast today. We're going to get going and we're going to pick up the mini, which is our toad, our towable, also known as a dinghy, and TOAD for toad, which it's a funny, anyway, it's a thing. So anyway, I'm going to move this in a minute, but on today's episode of Are You Kidding Me? It started off with I had to cut that thing off the back, and I was going to film it, but then I got to work too fast. I just didn't slow down. I just got to work as fast as I could. Now I got to open up the curtains. That's one of the things I absolutely love about this. And what I would like to do, I'd like to get a curtain for right up here, just this window right up here. I'd like to get a curtain for that, so that way I could drive and I don't have to worry about the sun, especially on that side when it's the same window, right? Same window. And on that side, and the sun's just starting to set and it comes in that window and it just beats right into my eye. And it's not like I can close the curtain because you close this and all of a sudden I can't see the mirror. I can't, like, it's bad. You can't drive like that in traffic. So you just got to put up with it for a while. Anyway, Marcy's coming back. So we got to fire up the machine and get going. Talk soon. Marcy right here just had a really funny thing. And see, our neighbor over here, lots of fun. What happens, our neighbor actually backs up her bus so far that she's almost in front of our place instead of in front of her own place because she doesn't like to parallel park. She likes to just pull in and park. So what we're thinking about doing on today's episode of Annoying Neighbors, we're going to pull in there. And with the RV, we're going to soak up 100% of our spot because at 31 feet, we're going to soak up 100% of our spot, and then she has no choice but to parallel park. That could be fun. So, how about the big thing about whenever you're backing up your RV, and a lot of times when you're driving, but especially when you're backing up, whether it's an RV, a tow behind, a little car, anything, a big rig like this, like anything. When you are backing up, you are going to be as short-tempered as a toddler that did not get the ice cream at the end of the dinner. Like, holy man, you will be a jerk. I don't care who you are. You're going to be a jerk. And then the biggest thing is that you have to apologize after and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean what I said while I was backing up. Like, just own it. Own it. 100% own it. Because if you don't, you're going to be an even bigger jerk later on. It's super, super important. Because everybody's going to be a jerk. I don't care who you are. You're going to be a jerk at some point. Backing up, you're going to be that guy. Or you're going to be that girl. You're going to be that person. And what you need to do is you need to make sure that you go up to that person that you were mean to and that you were short-tempered with and you were angry at, and you say, I apologize. You have to say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You have to do that. It's extremely important. Because if you don't do that, they're going to learn to hate you, and they will not be very nice to you when you're trying to back up, and you're already going to be short-tempered to begin with. So do your best to be loving and patient. So guess where we are? Guess what I need? I need bins. $7.97. $10 for a bin. We're getting one. Or 5. We need them. Tools. I need tools. I need a toolbox. If anybody's watching and wants to donate a toolbox, I wouldn't mind. Big toolbox. All right, aisle 19. Okay, we're going to look for our pins and see what we can find.
We're not going to drive all the way.
Guess what we found? Guess who's not grumpy? She's hiding again. Right, look, there she is. Say hi, Marcy. Hi. The other thing, if Matt's watching, what do we say when Matt's watching?
Hi, Penny.
Hi, Matt. Welcome back to, are we going to get the bins or are we not going to get the bins? We don't know. We're debating on clear bins, apparently. That's life. So continuing on with today's episode of Are You Kidding Me? We discovered that the pins that we originally got for this are smaller pins, okay? They're thinner, much thinner around, and we went to go get the average locking pin. Turns out the average locking pin is too thick. So thankfully Marcy had the intelligence, and I mean that because I didn't. I did not have the intelligence for this. I honestly didn't even give it a second thought. I was just like, yeah, we'll get the pins, it'll be fine. Like, nope, turns out bad idea. So, big thank you to Marcy. Anyway, so that's what we've got going on today is we're going to go to another place, find some more pins, do even more work, and hopefully that works out. So, on top of everything else, I got to figure out where there's some sort of electrical cleaner. There's brake cleaner, that's great, but I don't need brake cleaner. I need electrical contact cleaner because we never did get the truck washed. And as a result of not getting the truck washed, sensor cleaner maybe. I'm getting distracted by being distracted. So anyway, what happened was we didn't clean the electrical contacts. We didn't wash the RV down. So what's happening now is there's a little bit of corrosion. I figure, well, we're in Canadian Tire. We had to get some more pins because the last pins didn't fit because we're in an episode of Are You Kidding Me? So now I have to find some sort of cleaner for electrical contacts that is non-conductive. And then we're going to pick up the toad and we're going to do stuff, and I'm not going to frustrate myself much more, but just one of those things. I got to tell you, coming into the superstore here, the superstore, I got to tell you, Marcy's practically a saint for putting up with me. She really is. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's a doll. She's wonderful. She's obviously my best friend for a reason. But I tell you, that reason has gotten tested more than once. Anyway, I got some electronic cleaner stuff. That's the French side. Electrical cleaner. And let's go bug Marcy for half a second. There, I bugged Marcy. Now I got to put the phone down so I can, camera down so I can actually do it. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. With the contact cleaner, that's what I got to clean. So, I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm done. And let's show you again. Show you a little bit of wherever that is. Right in here somewhere. There you go. So you can see it's a little bit cleaner. That's just after a quick spray. Quick spray. Hang on. And we're back in a decent light again. So anyway, quick spray, and it worked really well. And now, jump back into the not so tiny home on wheels, and off we go again. So our patience is being tested extremely. We got the toad, which is good, but there's a couple issues. Issue number one, we got the pins. The electrical contact is a little bit too corroded right now. So what's happening is when we drove south, there, you want to come over here? Marcy, we're going to put Marcy in the video too. So when we were driving north through Montana, we went through this one spot in Montana that was just like a salt flat. It looked like this. It was so salty. Neither one of us actually gave it the thought or the recognition that, hey, we need to fix this. We need to do something about this. And now we've got a big issue with the corrosion and everything. What do we think, Marcy? We need some little wire brushes that we can actually brush the contact out with. I'm going to use my screwdriver. We need to brush them out. We need to clean those contacts the best that we can. And we need to hit it with more spray. Right? I found an inexpensive bottle. It was only $10. It was great. But that's something that we have to do now.
All right. Okay. I can do that.
You can tell. We've been a little crabby towards each other. Just a little bit. Just like I said before, Holy man, when you are driving, you are one big hole. You're a big hole. I don't care who you are. You are. Anyway, one of the big things, I'm looking forward to getting the beard trimmed and looking forward to getting the haircut. This is way more salt than pepper. I'm not happy.
Okay.
I think that happens is stress. Every time she stresses me out, I get another one.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
See how gray that is now? It used to be brown. It was brown when I met her.
Oh, yeah, right.
So we're finally at the truck wash, and guess what happened? No, you don't want to say? We're having a real hard time here. See, what happened was I thought Marcy was checking things while I was doing other things. Marcy thought I was smart enough to check on my own, so she went and she tried to do other things, and I lost track of what was going on. I ended up leaving the emergency brake on the Toad. I am not happy about that. Fortunately, there was somebody that actually came over and started waving at us and waved us to stop, and we didn't get very far, and he was waving at us to stop, and like, man, I felt like an idiot. I really did. I felt like such an idiot. Usually what we do when we go to leave, Marcy will stand outside and I will pull forward, and that way we'll see if a brake is actually on. We'll actually see it, and we'll feel the thing connecting and disconnecting, and it didn't happen. We didn't do our regular checks. So now what we're going to do, and this is a good idea for anybody should do this. What we're going to do is I'm going to do my thing without Marcy there, so I don't think Marcy's got something. I just know Marcy doesn't have it. She's not there. So I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to circle around. I'm going to check everything out. I'm going to do it. Life is going to be grand. Then Marcy's going to come by later, and she's going to have a sheet with her, and that sheet is going to be double checking everything that I did. And I'm going to double check my own stuff, but then Marcy's going to do the triple check. She's going to double check my double check, is what it is. And I think that's, honestly, I think that's a brilliant idea for anybody. But this is the day of, are you flipping kidding me? That's our day. That's, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel of, are you kidding me? Are you effing serious? It's so stupid. So stupid. Comedy of errors and just horse crap all the way around while we're waiting to get into the truck wash. And like, I am not happy. I am just not a happy camper today at all. Not anymore.
Other thing we found out is that we have to double check and make sure all the jacks are up, because on the way over to pick up the Mini, we kept hearing these bangs every so often when we were driving. That it was hit, something was catching, something was hitting the pavement, and
I thought it was the stairs. Marcy thinks it was the jack. The jack may have been a little bit lower. It doesn't matter if it was or not, because we stopped. We actually put all the jacks down, let them do their thing, put the jacks up, and did it twice. We did it twice to make sure.
Down about that far off the ground, so it was going to hit pavement if we went over anything that was too high. So,
well, the big thing is we went over a big bump, and that it was legitimately big, and it scraped something. Doesn't matter what it was, because we stopped and we checked it out. So if you're right, great, and if I'm right, great. We stopped, we checked the jacks, we did our job, and we should have a microphone for you for stuff like this. But anyway, we stopped, we checked, we did our job, we did it right, we got things fixed. And this is good. We're just waiting to get into the car wash, or truck wash. It'll only be another hour or so. Not at all happy. And we're doing this in real time, so hi Ian. Gotta be one of my biggest supporters is Ian. He's awesome. I love him. Love him to pieces. He's a great guy. Just one of those things. Yeah, we're done. Okay, so we're here at the truck wash, and I noticed something I'm not at all happy about. You see these marks down here? There's little marks right here, or marks right over there. It's a handprint, is what that is. I'm not happy. Just one of those things. We gotta go over the whole thing, and we got a little bit of the Mini done, but I got a fair bit more to do, so I'm gonna put this down and maybe time lapse. Now time to clean the bus that has no name. Let's start at the very back, work our way to the front. Let's talk about your day. Let's talk about your day over here where the camera is.
It was terrible, actually. Actually, it sucked.
All right, so welcome back to it's the Are You Kidding Me Day. It really is. And what's worse, we're now at the point where drinking is involved. I don't drink. I'm just saying there is drinking involved. It's not mine. Mine's a Coke. Marcy's not a Coke. Thirsty. It's been a day. Not a good day. It's been a terrible day. So now we're out having a bite to eat for supper. And we're going to see, maybe our day gets a little bit better from here.
Oh, God.
So, that's funny. That is honestly funny. Anyway, what ended up happening, we talked to the waitress, and being a photographer, I offered my services. Marcy, however, doesn't like it when I do that for free. Totally understandable, but still, I'm not doing any pictures anyway, so why not? Let's take a couple pictures. And it was funny, because just as I hit the record button, there's Marcy going, oh, for... It's funny. Welcome to my day. The Are You Flippin' Kidding Me Day. And we finally turned it into something worthwhile. So that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for you guys at the moment?
Yes, it's good.
Do you just want to build or hang out for a bit and then
This is my day. This is really what my day is. This is awesome. All right, that's going to be it for the video. Take care. Talk soon.